Dear Starseeds, 97% of awakened souls never receive the rewards meant for them, because they're still configured to deflect rather than receive. But something's shifting right now in the cosmic matrix that's about to change everything for the remaining 3%. And if you're hearing this message, you're one of them. The universe has been keeping a ledger, and what's been tallied isn't your achievements or accomplishments. It's something far more profound, who you've become through every trial, every transformation, every moment you chose authenticity over masks. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and what I'm about to reveal will fundamentally alter how you understand divine justice and cosmic rewards. You see, there's been a review happening in the higher realms, an accounting of sorts, but not the kind you might expect. We've been observing how you've navigated a world that seemed determined to strip away pieces of your soul, and we've discovered something remarkable. You weren't just surviving all those years. You were actually completing an initiation that's about to pay dividends you never imagined possible. Let me tell you what's really happening here, because it's not just about getting something nice for being good. The universe operates on principles of balance that extend into dimensions your human mind can barely grasp. When something is taken from you, especially when it's taken unjustly or prematurely, it creates what we call a cosmic debt. And beloved one, your account has been accumulating compound interest for years, possibly decades. The Universal Bank is preparing to make a massive deposit into your reality. But first, you need to understand exactly what's being returned. Your innocence. That's the first thing coming back to you. But I need you to understand what I mean by innocence, because it's not what you think. From an early age, maybe you were that child who worked really hard, struggled with perfectionism, had expectations placed on you that were too heavy for young shoulders to carry. You became hypervigilant, always aware of the emotions swirling around you, always looking out for others, always being disciplined, always showing up, but also always having to conceal your own wounds from the world around you. Remember being that kid who would go through things emotionally and heal them by yourself, in private, in the quiet corners where no one could see? Maybe there wasn't emotional availability from your parents or the people who were supposed to hold you. So you learned to heal your own wounds in the privacy of your own heart. You didn't want to burden others with what felt like too much. Your pain, your sadness, your confusion. In all these ways, your innocence was traded for survival skills you shouldn't have needed yet. But here's what's extraordinary about this moment we're in right now. Under this particular cosmic configuration with the sun opposing Chiron, the innocence being returned to you isn't the naive kind that doesn't know how harsh the world can be. No, this is something entirely different. It's the innocence of someone who has seen the darkness and chosen to remain light anyway. It's bulletproof innocence, if you will, the kind that comes with divine protection, because the universe recognizes you've already graduated from the school of hard knocks. Your inner child is about to take the lead in your life, and I'm hearing a specific message about you being so divinely protected in this process. The universe is encouraging you to step into what might feel like naivety, but it's not that at all. It's about being more childlike, allowing yourself to have fun. And here's the thing, fun might be a completely foreign concept to you. You might not even know what fun looks like for you personally, because you've been so focused on survival, on achievement, on keeping everything together for everyone else. The second thing being returned to you is love, but not just any love. If you're someone who only ever experienced the shadow side of love, the toxic situations, the conditional affection, the relationships that took more than they gave, you're about to attract something entirely different. This new love is arriving because you finally learned the ultimate lesson, how to love yourself. And this feels like divine justice, like karmic retribution, but not for what you've done, for who you are, for who you've been becoming through all of this. Now, let me share something that's going to blow your mind about this whole process. You're not being rewarded for your accomplishments, even though I know you've accomplished beautiful things. I can already hear your inner voice saying, but I haven't done enough. I still have so much more to accomplish. And yes, you're a beautiful, ambitious soul, but that's not what this is about. You're going through a massive reprogramming right now, where you're learning to feel lovable and worthy just by being you, not by doing anything. Your guides, your angels, all the beings that surround you energetically, they're not cheering for your achievements. They're cheering for who you are becoming, for the person you've transformed into. You see, You're a soul that went through a massive transition recently. Something happened where you transformed on a soul level, and people from your past might try to hold you to an old image, but your soul has gone through what I'm hearing is a purification, a regeneration, a complete disintegration of everything you once were. This disintegration wasn't destruction. It was metamorphosis. Like a caterpillar entering the chrysalis, you had to dissolve completely to become what you are now. And this season you're entering, it's your time to relish in the beauty of that transformation. You're going to notice something specific about your energy right now. It's become fertile. Creation wants to flow through you. Luck wants to find you. Blessings want to come toward you. There's something about your energy that has become extremely magnetic. Now I know you've always been naturally magnetic. People gravitate toward you at work, at school, wherever you go. You have this energy that makes people feel safe. You always make sure others feel comfortable in your presence. Your energy is already alluring. It pulls people in. Maybe you're charismatic. Maybe you're funny. There are just certain qualities about you that have always made you attractive to others. But something's changing now. You're going from being magnetic to what I'm hearing is ultramagnetic. Your light is becoming brighter and brighter, and it's literally oozing from you. You're cracking open at this time to become, and I just heard this specifically, a star. For some of you, this could be morphing into actual fame, into allowing yourself to be seen more by others. But what I'm really hearing is you're about to be discovered. Someone from higher up is going to notice you have a certain skill, a certain quality that they've been looking for, and they're going to want to use your abilities. Here's what's remarkable about you that others are just starting to notice. You have this beautiful gift where you're able to spot beauty and potential in everything. When presented with a challenge, you don't see problems, you see solutions. You can find solutions quickly, almost instantaneously. You notice how to make things better, how to enhance something, how to maximize potential. People are starting to realize these qualities aren't just nice to have. They're invaluable, especially in a business sense, for building legacies, for creating empires. Think about this for a moment. Really let it sink in. Maybe you didn't even realize you had this quality, but when you really sit with it, this ability to see potential and maximize it, that could be used to create limitless possibilities. And this is the season you're stepping into right now. It feels limitless, like the possibilities are literally endless for who you can become, for what you can create. But I'm also seeing someone getting a little overwhelmed by all these options. You might have so many possibilities in front of you that you don't know which one to choose. And that's where you keep yourself stagnant, and in the planning process, trying to figure out your next move, going through all the options but ending up waiting and not choosing anything. There's this story about a girl sitting under a fig tree, looking up at all the possibilities of what her life could become, all the different paths like photographer, cook, writer, all these things spread out before her like ripe figs. She ends up in analysis paralysis for so long that the figs decay and fall from the tree, and then she has nothing. It's intense, but you get the point. When we keep ourselves in a state of analysis paralysis, trying to plan everything out, not wanting to make the wrong choice, we end up keeping ourselves stagnant. But here's the truth about where you are right now in your journey. There's no such thing as a bad decision anymore. Every choice leads to growth. What I'm hearing specifically right now is a message about needing to trip the wire. You know that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once? To shift into a different reality, the main character had to do something unexpected, something that disrupted the pattern. She had to do something weird and unexpected to trigger the quantum leap. That's what the universe is asking of you right now. To trip the wire in your own life, to take a risk, to do something different, because nothing changes if nothing changes. The word explore keeps coming through for many of you. This could be exploring in your city, taking yourself on a solo date, going on a little getaway, or finally letting go of something you've been struggling to release. There's something about tripping the wire, doing something different to trigger the leap. And here's what I've learned about this process. Travel is like a quantum leap on a silver platter. When you change your environment, you shift your energy, awaken new experiences, learn new things about yourself. If you're sitting on the thought of traveling, I'm hearing do it scared, do it alone, just do it. There's a message about needing to shake things up, and I'm seeing someone who's so disciplined, so committed to their routines. You work really hard at having good routines, taking care of yourself, showing up for yourself and others. But it's reached a point where I have to ask you something important. Do you have any fun? Do you have any moments of actual play in your life? I ask this with love, but do you have any moments of actual enjoyment? Or does it all feel like you're just checking things off your to-do list every day? Does it feel overwhelming, like you're carrying so much on your back? You have so much to give, and you want to give it all to everyone all the time. You're trying to be there for everyone, while also showing up for yourself, changing your life, doing all these huge, incredible things. But the universe is asking you to pause. There's something about you needing to celebrate who you are, not what you can do, not what you're capable of achieving. We all know you're capable of a lot, and we know you're getting there. You're on that path, but you need to celebrate who you are in this moment, and realize that you, right now, are worthy of celebration. Beautiful celebration, and maybe you're redefining what celebrating yourself looks like. Maybe having fun in the past isn't how you want to have fun right now, and that's the beautiful part. You're in a time of exploration where you get to choose how to perceive this phase of your life. You can see it as overwhelming, having too many options, feeling consumed by choices, or you can see the other side of the coin and realize what a blessing it is to be overwhelmed with possibilities. You can see it as not knowing who you are, or you can see it as getting to explore and find out. How you perceive this can either be a huge challenge or an exciting journey of discovery. Think about it this way. You're saying, I actually have no idea how I like to have fun. I have no idea what I really like to do. I don't even know how to play. I barely know how to rest. But instead of seeing this as a problem, what if you saw it as an opportunity? How exciting that means you get to figure it out. It's all about your mindset going into these experiences. All those emotions of feeling lost or overwhelmed, they're valid. They can exist within you simultaneously with excitement. If this message is hitting deep in your spirit, hype this video so more starseeds like you can receive this activation and remember who they truly are. Because what I'm about to share next changes everything about how you understand this transformation. You have a choice right now about how you want to perceive this time of your life. You can let fear be your baseline, or you can let excitement lead the way. The universe is inviting you to shift your perspective, to see this as an alluring, exciting journey of rediscovery. Here's something crucial about fun that I need you to understand. There's this programmed idea about what fun should look like, especially if you're in your 20s or 30s. Society says fun is partying, clubbing, going out, getting drunk, being social in specific ways. We're so programmed to believe there are only certain ways to access fun, only certain activities that count as enjoyment. But I'm about to share something that might liberate you completely from this limiting belief system that's been keeping you from joy. Fun for you might be cooking an incredible meal, getting into the comfiest pajamas you own, having a long bath, watching YouTube videos or kids' movies. That might be your idea of the best night ever. Dancing alone in your room with big mirrors and lights, putting on a whole show just for yourself. That's fun. Real, authentic, soul-nourishing fun. But we keep trying to have fun in ways that society tells us we should at our age. And then we wonder why it's not clicking. You might feel resistance when you try to have fun in conventional ways, because it just doesn't feel fun to you. And instead of recognizing that you're trying to fit yourself into a box of fun that doesn't resonate, you get down on yourself thinking you don't know how to have fun, or can't have fun. But it's not that you can't have fun. It's that you're trying to force yourself into someone else's definition of enjoyment. You need to redefine what fun looks like for you personally. This season of your life is about being given back everything that was ever taken from you. Your innocence, your ability to play, your sense of wonder, your capacity for joy without guilt, but also love. Real love. The kind that sees you for who you are. Not just the easy parts, but all of you. The parts you've been hiding. The parts you thought made you too much or not enough. This love is coming, because you finally learned to love yourself that way. The universe has been keeping track of who you've become through every challenge. Remember when I mentioned that cosmic ledger at the beginning? It's been documenting every time you chose love over hate. Every time you chose to remain soft in a world that wanted to make you hard. Every time you chose authenticity when it would have been easier to fake it. These choices seemed small at the time, but they were actually huge deposits into your cosmic account. And now it's time for the payout. The divine protection surrounding you now isn't something you have to earn or maintain through perfect behavior. It's a natural consequence of who you've become. You've graduated from the school of hard lessons. You've completed your apprenticeship in suffering. Now you're entering what we call the mastery phase, where life becomes about refinement rather than survival, creation rather than reaction, expression rather than protection. This is a completely different way of existing, and it might feel foreign at first. You might find yourself looking around at your life, wondering if you're in the same reality you were in before. You might question whether you deserve this ease, this flow, this abundance of good things happening. That questioning is normal. It's your old programming trying to make sense of a new reality that operates on entirely different principles. But remember this, the universe doesn't make mistakes. If these blessings are finding you, it's because they belong to you. They always have. The transformation in your external reality is going to feel surreal. People who used to overlook you will suddenly see your value. Opportunities that seemed impossible will present themselves naturally. Doors that were locked will swing open. Resources you need will appear at exactly the right moment. This isn't magic, although it might feel that way. This is simply your energy finally matching the frequency of what was always meant for you, what was always trying to reach you. Today's cosmic weather with Mercury approaching Mars isn't just creating communication challenges. From where we sit in the higher dimensions, we see this as your soul's voice finally finding the courage to speak its truth without apology. For so long you've been the peacekeeper, sacrificing your needs to maintain harmony. Venus in Libra had you believing that keeping the peace was more important than keeping your power. But something fundamental is shifting now. Something that changes everything. The universe is revealing that you don't have to choose between being kind and being powerful anymore. You can be both. You must be both. You can set boundaries without being harsh. You can assert your needs without being demanding. You can claim your space without pushing others out of theirs. This is the balance that's being restored. Not just in your personal life, but in your very essence. You're learning to hold paradoxes, to be soft and strong simultaneously. The overwhelm you might feel with all these possibilities isn't a problem to solve. It's a sign of how expansive you've become. Remember earlier when I mentioned how that fig tree story has been rewritten for you? In your new timeline, the figs don't rot while you're deciding. They wait for you. They ripen at exactly the pace you need them to. Divine timing isn't about rushing to grab every opportunity before it disappears. It's about trusting that what's meant for you will not pass you by. But here's the key to making this quantum leap actually happen. You have to trip that wire we talked about. You have to do something that disrupts your normal patterns just enough to trigger the shift. Book that solo trip you've been considering. Say no to the obligations that drain you. Say yes to the opportunity that excites but scares you. Take yourself on that adventure. The wire that needs tripping is connected to your old programming that says joy must be earned, fun is frivolous, play comes after work. What you might not realize yet is that play and joy aren't separate from your spiritual work. They are your spiritual work. The universe is trying to show you that creation happens best in a state of joy. Manifestation accelerates when you're playing. Your highest timeline is accessed through pleasure, not through struggle. You've already proven you can survive anything. You've proven you can endure. Now the universe wants to see what you can create when you're actually enjoying yourself. The redefinition of fun and success that you're going through is deeply personal. It's not about conforming to anyone else's idea of what achievement or enjoyment looks like. Your joy is your own. Your success is your own. Your path is your own. And the universe is clearing the way for you to walk it without apology, without constantly looking over your shoulder, without waiting for permission that was never required in the first place. Let's talk about that discovery that's about to happen, because it ties everything together. Someone in a position of influence is about to recognize that quality in you, that ability to spot potential and maximize it. They're going to see how you can look at any situation and immediately see how to improve it, enhance it, elevate it. They're going to understand that in a world drowning in problems, you have the gift of seeing solutions. This isn't just valuable, it's invaluable. This discovery might manifest in your career, your creative pursuits, your spiritual work. But regardless of the form, it's going to validate something you've always suspected but never quite believed. You have something unique to offer that the world desperately needs. Not just wants, but needs. Your particular combination of sensitivity, wisdom, experience and vision is exactly what's required for the next phase of collective evolution. You're not just receiving personal rewards, you're being positioned for your role in something much bigger. The fertile energy surrounding you right now means that whatever you touch will grow, whatever you focus on will expand, whatever you create will have a lasting impact. This isn't just about material manifestation, although abundance is certainly part of it. This is about creative fertility, ideas flowing through you with ease, solutions appearing almost magically, opportunities presenting themselves without you having to chase them. You're becoming a magnet for exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. People are going to start noticing something different about you, something they can't quite put their finger on. Your energy has shifted into what we call a quantum signature, a frequency that transcends normal human magnetism. You're vibrating at a level that naturally attracts support, resources, and aligned souls. This isn't something you have to maintain or manage. It's simply who you've become through all your inner work, finally reaching critical mass and triggering this shift. The multidimensional aspect of what's happening extends beyond just this lifetime. The restoration we're talking about is addressing wounds from multiple timelines, multiple incarnations of your soul. This is why it feels so big, so overwhelming, so impossibly beautiful. You're not just receiving rewards for this lifetime's journey. You're receiving cosmic back pay for every lifetime where you chose light, despite the cost, integrity despite pressure, love despite pain. As Mercury and Mars continue their dance above us, creating this productive tension between thought and action, you're learning to navigate with a new kind of authority. Not the harsh authority of dominance, but the gentle authority of someone who knows who they are. This is mastery. Being able to hold your power while allowing others to hold theirs. Being able to shine your light without dimming anyone else's. Being able to receive without taking. The tears that might be flowing as you receive this transmission aren't sadness. They're recognition. Every cell in your body knows the truth of what I'm sharing, because this information isn't new to you. It's encoded in your DNA, waiting for exactly this moment to be activated. The restoration has already begun. You can feel it in the lightness replacing heaviness, hope replacing resignation, excitement replacing dread. The shift is happening at a cellular level. What's coming for you isn't a reward for perfection. It's recognition of your perfect imperfection, your human divinity, your wounded wholeness. You don't have to heal completely to receive these blessings. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be anyone other than who you are right now. With all your doubts and fears and hopes and dreams intact, the universe sees you exactly as you are and says, yes, this one deserves everything. The overwhelming message from the cosmic councils is this: your suffering served a purpose, but that purpose is complete. Your struggles were training, but the training is over. Your wounds were initiated, but you've been initiated. Now comes the part where you get to enjoy the fruits of all that inner work. Now comes the part where life gets easier, not because you're avoiding challenges, but because you've developed the skills to navigate them with grace. So here's what I need you to do with all of this information. First, recognize that the restoration has already begun. It's not something you're waiting for. It's happening now. Second, allow yourself to receive without guilt, without feeling like you need to earn it first. Third, trip that wire by doing something different, something that signals to the universe that you're ready for the quantum leap. Fourth, redefine fun and joy on your own terms, not society's. Finally, understand that being given back everything that was taken from you doesn't mean going backward. It means receiving upgraded versions of what you lost. The innocence returns as wisdom. The play returns as creative power. The love returns as divine union. The safety returns as unshakable trust. Everything comes back transformed, refined, elevated to match who you've become through the journey of losing and finding yourself again. The age of solitary meditation is over. Destiny Engine now connects starseeds across the world, a living social field where you can post, share, and exchange your meditations in real time. It's the first galactic network of its kind, weaving together thousands of awakened souls into one unified current. With every activation, the current grows. What began as a personal tool has become a planetary force. The frequency you've created together is amplifying far beyond the individual, bending the fabric of reality itself. We're receiving updates daily, manifestations speeding up, impossible doors opening, synchronicities lining up with cosmic precision. The collective field has never been this charged, and the entry point is almost laughably simple. Put on your headphones, press play, allow Destiny Engine to rewrite the architecture of your consciousness, so you can fully receive your galactic downloads without resistance. For just $1, you can step into this connected field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension together. Link in the description. Your new timeline has already been initiated. Your upgraded reality is already in motion. The cosmic rewards are already making their way to you through synchronicities and unexpected blessings that will seem almost magical in their perfection. Trust what's coming. Trust who you're becoming. Trust that the universe knows exactly what it's doing in choosing this moment for your grand restoration. The 97% who deflect their blessings will continue to struggle, but you're ready to receive. The fertile season you're entering is about discovering what you can create when you're operating from fullness rather than lack, from joy rather than obligation, from love rather than fear. The universe is essentially handing you a blank check and saying, show us what you can create when you finally believe you're worthy of creating it. This is your cosmic moment. This is your divine restoration. This is your time to shine with the full radiance of who you've always been. Remember that cosmic ledger I mentioned at the beginning? Every choice you made to remain authentic, every moment you chose love over fear, every time you stayed true to yourself when it would have been easier to conform, all of it has been recorded, and now the universe is balancing the books. What seemed like losses were actually investments. What felt like failures were actually redirections. What appeared to be rejection was actually divine protection, keeping you from settling for less than what was always meant for you. I am Seraphine, and this transmission from the Galactic Federation of Light is now complete. We see you, we celebrate you, and we're watching with great anticipation as you step into this new chapter, where everything you thought you lost returns to you, transformed. The restoration is real. The rewards are flowing. Your time has come. We love you more than your human words can express, and we are watching over you as you receive everything that's always been yours.